So now what about your dress code then?
Yeah, and we're supposed to remain modest.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to remain
So you know this, you're supposed to remain modest. Okay, so why you dress the way you dress now?
I'm still trying to do what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right.
Okay, if it's not right, you know it's not right, why do it? Okay, let me show you why. Read again. So God said we're going to be cursed in the city. So let me ask you a quick question. So what's going on in our community? Tell me what's some things that you see that you just dislike in your own community, because our people are going through a lot in our community. I want you to explain to me what you see that you just have a dislike for in our community. Because like, do you like living in the neighborhood that you're living in? Well, as you say, the black community. Do you like living in the black community? Why?
Because there's no assistance.
There's no what?
There's no assistance. Now, I personally don't live it, but I'm not shy and oblivious to it. I've been there.
Okay.
But I don't like what goes on. There's no assistance. We're at the bottom of the barrel.
Right. I'm glad you said that, like brother just brought out. We bring it out again. Give me go up to verse 42, 45. They should be the head.
Verse 44. Verse 43. The stranger that is, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high.
So there among us during this time, God was prophesying that the other nations that's among us, because the other nations, they was what? Our servants. When we came out of Egypt, they cleaved unto us. Because they knew that the God of Israel, he's destroying the whole land of Egypt. So they cleaved unto us because what? Through God saving us, that they was going to be saved. Now God is putting a curse upon us, showing us that what? The nation that's with you now, they're going to be above you. Read.
The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high.
They shall become very high, meaning what? Who's running America right now? Who's running the world right now? The white man, right? Give me Job chapter 9, verse 24.
Bring it out.
Because with him running the world, how is the world governed? How is the world? Is this the good way? Are they running the good way? Explain.
It's governed according to how he believes he should receive.
Oh, okay, I got something for you. Watch this. Read that.
The book of Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Now God is showing you that these strangers that's above you, they are wicked. Now wicked is a good or bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? Come on.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
So the wicked person, he covers the faces of the judges thereof. Who is this, sis?
Their illustration of who God is.
Their illustration. Okay, explain more. Explain more. Because you're correct on what you say, but I want you to elaborate more.
Then you look at that picture right there. That's a white man with blue eyes that looks like who he is, who the wicked one is.
Right. Okay. All praise. So if they are covering the faces thereof, what is the face that they're covering? Who is that they're covering? Ours, which is who? The chosen people, and also who? The God of Israel. Right. So how does God look according to the Bible?
He looks just like us, dark skin, woolly hair.
And you completely correct right there when you read Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 and verse 15. Now we're gonna go more into that, but I want to show you something. Read again.
The stranger that is within thee shall get above.
No, Job.
Book of Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Now the judges, they give what? When you go to a court system, right? When you stand in front of a judge, what does a judge do? He's gonna give you judgment, meaning what? The laws of the land, right? And through those laws of the land, he's gonna see if you're going to do it, if you are doing it or not doing it, right? And if you're not doing it, there's consequences, right? So read again.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Now with him covering Christ, right? Now, the laws that he give us, is it right? Are they good? Okay, now let me ask you this. Thou should not kill, right? Who gave us that law? You said who did?
That meant the white man did.
The white man gave us thou should not kill, thou should not steal. No, he did not. Now that's what we're showing you. Now I'm showing you he's covering those some of those laws. For instance, when you was up here with the brother and the sister was being taught about marriage, right? Now, what the law that they covered with the marriages was this. What is the law that during Obama when he was there you go, homosexual, gay marriage, right? Is that according to the Bible? That is not according to the Bible. Now watch this. Give me that. We gonna hold it because no. Actually, give me Daniel chapter 7:25, because I'm gonna show you where he changed the laws of God. Now some of the laws, of course, they keep a few of them, like thou should not kill, thou should not steal. Then there are laws and sub-laws that they go by of judging people once you do that. All right, read that.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25.
Come on.
And he shall speak great words.
Now those so-called the wicked, he's going to speak great words, read.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Now he shall speak the great words and wear out the saints of the Most High. This is how he did. And through us breaking God's commandment, going back to Deuteronomy, showing that the strangers don't get up above thee very high, that was the curse God allowed to happen. He let the other nation, he let the wicked get above us because what? We broke his commandments. Right. Now watch it. Now read again. I'm going to bring out some laws. Read.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times.
Think to do what?
To change times.
So he said, think to change time. Show me, give me a form of time. A form of time. Now we got the time of a clock, right? You look at your clock, right? So during the day, when does the day start? Let's begin with that. Huh? It doesn't. No. The day doesn't start in the morning.
I mean, that's how we perceive.
Yeah, because he changed the time. So just a little small thing. I'm gonna show you when the day begins. Give me that in Genesis chapter 1. God show us when the day begins. Now this is going to him changing time right now, and he change different times and seasons. I'm gonna show you something. Read that.
The book of Genesis chapter 1 verse 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
So he called the what?
The light. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
Read.
And the evening and the morning were the first day.
Now he said the what? The evening and the morning was the first day. Showing you, God showing you when the day starts. Give me that Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 31.
Yeah.
He's showing you when the day begins. Now this is what Nehemiah, on the Sabbath day, before the Sabbath day begins, he showed you when the day, the time begins. Give me that.
The book of Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 31. Nevertheless, for thy great mercies. No, that's not it.
No, 10:31. I'm sorry. 10.
The book of Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals.
Now, what my brother's just bringing out, if the people of the land, now these are people of the land. You got the other nations. They bring ware or victuals, read.
On the Sabbath day to sell.
To sell, meaning what? Clothing, food, whatever you need. Whatever you need to bring into your house or just for yourself, read.
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day.
Now skip where it says the evening and the day, when the Sabbath began. What verse that is? 31? Was you at 31?
Yeah, I was in Nehemiah.
Yeah, Nehemiah.
13,
19. Yeah, 13, 19.
All right, got you. The book of Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 19. And it came to pass that when the gates thereof began to... I'm sorry.
Come on.
And it came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath.
He said, began to be dark. Began to be dark. When does the sun, when does the day start to get dark? Huh? In the evening, when the sun starts to go down, right? Read.
I commanded that...
Read about that.
And it came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark.
Began to be dark.
before the Sabbath.
Before what?
Before the Sabbath.
Before the Sabbath day come in. Began to be dark, meaning at evening, that's when the sun goes down, sunset. Now when the sun goes down, sunset, guess what? Another day is about to come in effect. And right here, showing you that what? It's Friday sundown. Going into Sabbath day. The Sabbath day begins when the sun goes down, be completely down on Friday. Friday evening, all right? Read.
I commanded that the gates should be shut and charged that they should not open till after the Sabbath.
To after the Sabbath. Now, when the Sabbath is over, from the next evening, from Saturday evening, that's when you can open the gates back up. But right now, don't do it. Now, go back to Daniel chapter 9. Now, this is a form of time. Now, another form of time is this season. Now, we have what holidays coming up? Halloween, right? Is that according to God? No. What? Now, what's the next high? Most high celebrated feast day? Christmas or Thanksgiving. There's Christmas. So they have holidays set in place for us to keep. We're going to what? They're covering the high holy days of God. Simple as keeping the Sabbath day. So we have grown up not knowing that Sabbath day is every Saturday and that we're supposed to be celebrating. But what we are taught is celebrate our birthday. Celebrate Christmas. Are we supposed to be celebrating Christmas? What are we supposed to be celebrating then, besides the Sabbath day we just brought out?
I know. I do know.
Okay. What you got?
I don't even know the name of it, but I know.
You don't know the name?
But it's not around December. It's
Passover. Passover? Yeah, Passover. And what's coming up? What we just went back, what was that? We just celebrate Wednesday. What's the new moon? You see the full moon? That's the day we're supposed to be celebrating, keep it. We're supposed to celebrate the new moon. Watch this. Give me then Sirach 46. We're going to show you, even with the new moon, I'm going to show you, God is going to show you the time and when you're supposed to be celebrating your feast. Alright? Give me that. Sirach chapter 46. And I think it is 43 verse 6.
43 verse 6?
Yeah, it's one of them.
43 verse 6.
Come on.
The book of Sirach chapter 43 verse 6. He made the moon also to serve in her season.
So he made the moon also to serve in her season. Read it up.
For the decoration of times and a sign of the world.
So it's a decoration of sign, meaning what? It's set up for you to know when the time is about to happen, right? Come on.
From the moon is a sign of feast.
So the new moon is the sign of feast, and when you're supposed to be feasting. So when we see the moon is gold and glowing and like it was before, guess what? Keep that feast day. And that's what we did. We gathered together and kept that feast day. Read.
A light that decreases in her perfection.
Now it's showing you, God is showing you down as the new moon go forward. As you can see, like when you start to go from it, and when you see the moon, look at it start to decrease. Then it's going to increase to the next month, and it's going to mention that. Read.
The month is called after her name.
The what?
The month is called after her name.
Now that's where you get the months from. When every time you see a full moon, that's the beginning of the new month. Now you can't go off the first day. No, you have to go off with the new moon. When you see the moon in the sky, guess what? That's the first day. Now today, what's today's date? What's today's date? The 21st? So guess what? The new moon just went by. But God is showing you, like, no, that's the beginning of your months. Read.
Increasing wonderfully in her changing.
Come on.
Being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven.
So all praise. So I just want to show you that that's a form of time. So now they completely took away the Sabbath day. They covered the Sabbath day. They covered the Feast of Tabernacles that we're going to be celebrating in 2 weeks from now. They covered the Day of Atonement. They covered memorial, blowing the trumpet. They covered all those things. Took it out of the way, and now they are giving us things according to them. Give me Jeremiah chapter 5. Chapter 10. Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1.
Bring it up!
So these are some things that we have to now relearn. We have to retrain ourselves. Now I want to bring out something what God says. I just want verse 1 and 2.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus say the Lord, Learn not the way of the heathen.
So God said those strangers, those are heathens. Don't learn their ways because they're above you now. The things that they're going to be keeping, you cannot keep the same things that they're keeping. All right? Because watch this. Read on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Now he said, don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven, meaning what? The sun, the moon, and the stars. Meaning what? We're supposed to keep, observe them for a time, but you are not supposed to bow down and worship the sun, moon, and stars. Read.
For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cut of a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen.
All right, so those are customs. Now they're going to Christmas. Now I just want to bring that out because now we have to retrain our mind. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 31. Deuteronomy chapter 31. I think it should be like verse 3, I believe, where it says learn and teach them. So this is what Moses was showing us through prophecy that what is going to happen to us. All right, you got that? Yeah, read that.
Verse 15?
No, read verse 9.
Verse 9. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 9. And Moses wrote this law and delivered it unto the priests of the sons of Levi, which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and unto all the elders of Israel. And Moses commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, in the solemnity of the year of release, is in the feast of tabernacles.
In the feast of tabernacles. So Moses, he wrote down the law. He wrote down the custom. He's showing them what? Now that you're doing, bring it out to the people. And that's what we're coming out here to do, showing to our people that now we have to have a change of mind. The things that we have been learned, the things that we have been taught is other nations, not our own. All right? And our own is keeping the Bible.
Rivers of living water. Hey, I see you watching the video. Let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Matter of fact, won't you like, subscribe, and share? IUIC Mississippi Burning. Like, subscribe, and share. Even comment.
Now, since I know you've been standing up here for a minute, do you have any questions? Any questions, all right? So all praises that you bring in. Give me Acts chapter 3. Now, what we're going to be doing as you start to go forward, and Lord's when you start to go forward, you start to question things, and that's what you have to do. Start to question things. You go to church. All praises that you don't. It's a good thing because they're deceiving our people in the church. All right, read that.
The book of Acts chapter 3, verse 19.
Come on.
Repent ye therefore and be converted.
So God said, repent ye therefore and be converted. Now, what's going to convert you, sis? The truth. What's the truth?
What y'all doing? The word.
The word. Okay, I'll praise. Give me Nehemiah chapter 9 and verse 19. Well, I'm going to show you what the truth is according to the Bible and what we're supposed to be keeping. Because again, we have to start keeping the ways of those that reign up over us. Those that have us in captivity still have us in captivity to this day. Read that.
The book of Nehemiah chapter 9 verse 13. Thou camest down also upon Mount Sinai, and spakest with them from heaven, and gavest them right judgments.
And gave them what?
Right judgments.
Gave us right judgment. Now they're in the law system, they will give us right judgment. They again, we just brought out that they tell us it's okay to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. It's okay for us to deal with homosexual marriages. They tell us deceitful things according to the Bible. Read.
And true laws.
And what?
And true laws.
And what?
And true laws.
These are true laws that Moses was giving to us. So anything we want to know, anything we want to teach our children, guess what? We have to always go back to the Bible. All right, read on.
And good statutes and commandments, and madest known unto them thy holy Sabbath.
And do what?
And madest known unto them thy holy Sabbath.
And have now commanded to us to show the right way, like the brother was just bringing out in earlier, how to keep the Sabbath day holy. Because we didn't know these customs. Now we have to relearn. Okay, we're keeping this custom. Well, okay, how we go by of keeping this custom? What is it? What does it represent? All right, with me doing this, how is it going to benefit me? All right, so question, how does keeping other customs benefit you? How does it help you?
walk in the light. It's gonna save my soul.
That's the commandments. Now I'm talking about the other customs, right? Now, do you that question? Do you keep like Christmas? Do you go to Thanksgivings? Do you do those things?
I stop.
You stop? Okay. Now let me ask you, why do you stop? Besides hearing what we just brought out today, in your home, just made you just complete like, you know what, I don't want to do it. Why?
Because I was taking on somebody else's culture that I knew nothing about, and a lot of this stuff had a lot of detrimental meaning to it.
Right. So give me that. What's that? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14. Drop that. Go back to give me Sirach 21 and verse 7, I believe. Give me that Sirach chapter 21. Because again, we have to change our minds as we come back. No, hold it. Go to Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. Because what my brother was bringing out, this is our heritage according to the Bible. As we come back to the Bible, God will start to deal with us. Now, for instance, if you go out like brother bringing out with the pants, the dress code and everything, most time we start dealing with you in a certain way. Now, question, he brought out something else. Do you know what these are right here? Fringes. So he taught you, he showed you that, or did you know that before? So you know a little bit about the Israelites then. Okay, so how long you been knowing?
All my life, honestly.
You said all your life. So you was born into this. Almost.
My aunt and uncle, they were of it.
Okay.
And they kind of nibbled and dabbled with me just a little bit. And then you grow up with your own thing. I follow y'all on TikTok too.
Okay, so you know then. Okay, read that real quick. We're going to go somewhere else. Now we're going to sail away to somewhere else. Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9.
Come on.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
So it said the heart is deceitful above all things. Meaning what? The way you think, the way your mindset is not on God's level. You can't think for yourself. Like, we can't think for ourselves and say, oh no, let me do this and let me do that. No. God's showing us according to the Bible. And like you said, your uncles, they were showing you the right way. Alright, so what did they say about the right way of your diet?
We're not supposed to eat anything unclean. We're really supposed to eat off the land. Hurt our own cattle, stuff like that, like you had ostriches.
Alright, so now what about your dress code then?
Yeah, and we're supposed to remain modest.
Okay.
We're not supposed to do that.
So you know this, you're supposed to remain modest. Okay, so why you dress the way you dress now?
I'm still trying to do what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right.
Okay, if it's not right, you know it's not right, why do it? Okay, let me show you why. Read again. This is why.
The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
So your heart deceives you and saying, if I put on these pants, it's not going to hurt me. God won't judge me. He won't judge me for that, but God will judge you. Watch this. Zephaniah. Give me that Zephaniah 1 and 8. This is how God will judge you. God will judge you according to different types. You got to understand. The laws that God gives you, guess what? There's a judgment for. Read.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
So the day of the Lord's sacrifice, what is that going into? The day of the Lord's sacrifice, what is that going into? You don't know? It's going to when guys come back to judge. Right? Guess what? Because watch this. Hold that. We're going to come back to it. Give me Romans chapter 12. Because we're supposed to be a sacrifice unto the Lord. Because the Lord, He was our sacrifice. He laid down His life so we can have life. Right? Read that.
The book of Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice.
So now your body has to be a living sacrifice. With you, your body being a holy temple of God, there's the way you have to conduct yourself as you go out into the world. Because again, hold on, I'm gonna get something. Read that again.
I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, a holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
Because this is your reasonable service. You are supposed to be the light unto the world. Give me that, hold that, we're going to go back to it. I know you got about 3 things. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 14. Because you are supposed to be with you knowing that you're supposed to be an example to the other sisters in the community. Because they now, what you just said, you watch TikTok, you watch us, guess what? There's many other sisters that watches us. There are many other sisters that need to see the example. Now they see you, they gonna say, shalom, sis. Even though they may be out of order themselves. And you might say it to yourself. Now let me ask you, have you ever seen a sister wear a dress on in French and you say shalom to her? Have you done that before?
Say it to me.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, now sometimes they say shalom back to ask you, you know why you're not keeping it. Now I'm asking the same question. Now read that.
The book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 14. Verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
You are not supposed to be hiding yourself. You are supposed to be revealing yourself to the world, to your brothers and sisters, because the world is Israel. You have to be a trendsetter for them. So because what you not knowing is this, what brothers bringing out. Our brothers and sisters, they watch TV. They watch these music videos, and guess what? They put in their mind, okay, I want to be just like that. I want to put on the same thing that she wore. And now, guess what? Through evil communication, now our community is ran in a totally different way. But now they need to see the light, and you're going to be the light to them. With the sister seeing you putting on the dress, they're going to say, you know what? Let me go back and read the Bible. Let me start to watch more of the classes. Okay, let me put on the hair wrap. Let me put on the dress. Because sometimes some sisters reach out to you and they'll probably ask you different questions. You may not know that. Like, let me ask you, the sister that you ran into, have you asked a question, talk to her about anything? What you asked her? Like what?
Why does she do what she do?
Okay, and what she said?
It was something she was supposed to be doing.
She was what?
It was something that she was supposed to be doing. She was supposed to be setting an example.
Setting an example. But now with her setting an example, you see her doing, you're supposed to be following her. Read.
1:8.
No, read Matthew.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Because what has happened again, going back to our enemies, the wicked, they have covered the faces of the judges thereof. Because guess what? The sisters, they teach people too. They teach the women and the children how to go in through this world, through the laws. Because the women, they haven't set an example. Give me that Titus real quick. And I know you got to go in there. I got it locked up in there. We just jump. Titus chapter 2 and verse 6, I believe. Read that.
The book of Titus chapter 2, verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, and not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things.
Teachers of what?
Teachers of good things.
What is good, sis? You brought it out earlier. What is good, according to the Bible? His laws, you are correct. Romans chapter 7, verse 12, he teaches the laws of God. Now the women, they have to teach you good things, teach you the laws. Read.
That they may teach the young women.
That they may what?
Teach the young women to be sober.
Not to drink, to be sober.
To love their husbands.
To what?
To love their husbands.
Now, are the women, are they loving their husbands? Now first, you got to have a husband to actually love them. Now, do our sisters in our community have husbands? No, they do not. Because the Bible doesn't say anything about boyfriend or girlfriend.
That's right.
Read.
To love their children. To be discreet.
Now, look. It says to love their children. Do our sisters love their children today? Because the children can be by their side and everything, right? How does the children look? Because if the mother's dressed a certain way, meaning what? You know what I want? Give me that Isaiah. Oh, it's Jeremiah. It says, as is the one. Yeah, give me that. Ezekiel. Give me that. 16. As is the mother. As is the mother, so is what?
16:44.
As is the mother, so is what? Now, so is her daughter. Right? Read that.
The book of Ezekiel chapter 16 verse 44. Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
So as is the mother, so is her daughter. So if you're alive, do you have kids? You got a daughter? Guess what? What you do, you're going to be a reflection to your daughter. Now, if your daughter starts to, how old is she? 2. So now, if you that's a good age where you can start training her now. As you start to go down and forth, putting on a dress, putting on fringes, start keeping the laws, certain feast days, guess what? your daughter's going to follow the same example. You teach her, no, you're not supposed to eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. You're not supposed to eat those unclean food. Now guess what? She's going to go through life growing up like, no, I'm not supposed to eat that. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to do that. You know why? Because my mama taught me that way. Because as we grow, when we was young, we do most of the things that our parents tell us not to do. Like, no, I can't go up over there. Mama, like, what my mom used to tell her, do not leave from that step. Do not go outside of that gate. That light come on that street corner, you supposed to be what? You supposed to be in the house. So we know if we are outside when that light come on, what happens? Consequences, right? So guess what? God showed us the same thing. And you have to teach your daughter the same thing.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.